Paul Rübig. I'm a member of European Parliament, and some of my friends call me Mr. SME, Mr. Small and Medium-Sized Enterprises. You know, I'm a blacksmith coming out of vocational training, and therefore Horst Heitz, our managing director, thought it would be a good idea to have somebody who works precise and keeps everybody in time, because our meeting will at least take 4 hours, and we don't like to exceed it. So I try to cut, and I'm well known as a precise performer on like this moderations, and we will do our utmost to make this to a real successful event, because SMEs are the base and the backbone of the European and international economy, and therefore we like to fight for the SME area for good economic conditions, and that's the reason why we start now precisely. Horst is the one who explaining the live voting part and the arrangement of the show, and he has 1 minute.
Yes, thank you very much. Good evening. Like Mr. Rübig told you, it will be an evening of 4 hours, so we will have guests who are coming later, earlier coming. So this is Brussels, and it's the first time we have this SME Star Award together with partners. But we have not only the Excellence Prize for SMEs, who are the champions tonight, who are getting the Oscar for SMEs here in Europe. We have also a second prize, what is also a first prize. This is the SME Hero Award, where we nominating and awarding projects, persons, or initiatives who are supporting SMEs. And I think this is a very interesting thing. And we will have, after we awarded each category, the opportunity to have a live voting to have the champ of the champions, the star winner. Thank you.
Very good. 2 seconds too long, but now we come to the welcome speech. I will really enjoy that we have our President and Chairman Ben Benson with us. He is member of the European Parliament Committee of Industry, Research and Energy, and a lot of other activities which he does. He is our star in the SME arena, and as former Minister of Economy, we are proud that he is together with us. And I want to ask now Ben to start and give us 2 minutes of his valuable time. Please, Ben.
Thank you so much. Honorable guests, dear colleagues, welcome for tonight's Star Award. It's a great pleasure for me as President of SME Europe to see many good friends and colleagues gathered here tonight for this special occasion. I've been looking forward to this night and to celebrate the stars of tonight and tomorrow of European small and medium-sized entrepreneurs. The idea of hosting the SME Star Awards came to see the day in order to celebrate and reward our SMEs in Europe. We understand the huge importance for our economies and for our European citizens, not least the tireless work they put in day after day. SME makes up to 99% of all enterprises in Europe. It's safe to say that they are the backbone of our economy. Therefore, I have a message to those of you here tonight for our SMEs. You can trust that SME Europe and the EPP group works for you every day. We work hard to provide good conditions for you. My political colleagues here tonight and I are working hard every day to improve the condition for SMEs in questions related to public procurement, VAT, digital platforms, access to finance, access to markets, and to market barriers. And last not least, also to combat red tape. We do our best to give the legal framework for responsible stimulating measures to boost growth and innovation. And we always value your opinions in relation to this. This is why tonight we will celebrate the many good examples of successful SMEs across the European Union, excelling in different fields and adding value to Europe for all of us. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here tonight with us, and thank you for also the colleagues of SME Europe host and Horst and his staff also for putting tonight's event together for us. So let's raise our glasses in a few minutes. If they, yes, we are here. And let's take a toast for SME Europe. Thank you so much.
Bravo. Many thanks to Bent. Hopefully the glasses are filled within short time, because now we come to the second welcome, and I know Professor Dr. Inese Vaidere very well. She's a good colleague in the budget committee, and she also gets 2 minutes, the normal speaking time for a member of European Parliament. Please.
Thank you, Paul. Thank you so much for it. Dear audience, our special guests, a very warm welcome to you all in the European Parliament. It is a time of the year when we look back at the 12 months just gone and to do the annual SME checkup. It almost has a Christmas feeling when we unwrap our presents to be faced with a warm surprise. The contribution of your work is significant. I will say, in other words, in contrary what Ben said, it's only 1% of all European businesses that are not SMEs. You are not only the spine of the Europe, but also its blood, brain, and heart. The nature of your work represents the very idea of European Union, unity in diversity. By delivering our services, your services, you erase the national boundaries. Your customers drink flat white in Riga and in Brussels. Your beauty products are equally loved by ladies in Italy and probably in Croatia. Your technological innovations are of interest to young and to old. This is what truly means to be European. In the current political environment, there is a pressing need to voice our achievements, to do it often and to do it loud and clear. Let me say a few words on what the EU does for SMEs, only few, Paul. To be successful, all of you need what? A partner. The European Union plays exactly the role and plays it very well. We simplify regulations and we remove existing barriers for SMEs. I would like to assure you that it is precisely think small first, principally very Trump-like, what guides us in the European policy making. It is only in the environment of appreciation and praise where we strive the most. Let this evening be about being together and some words of courage from our and your customers. You are doing great, and you make my life and all of us' life better. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yes, many thanks to you. We see your love to the SMEs, and we know that you are a hard fighter, like our honorary guest today, and it's the president of Eurochambre, and he's also the president of the international platform for the Chamber of Commerce. And we get now the honorable speech from Dr. Christoph Leitl, honorary president of SME Europe, of the EPP, honorary member of the SME Connect, and one of the real performer in this area.
You're wasting time.
Okay, let's go.
Thank you, Europol. I was who brought him into politics and said, you are responsible for Europe. And since that time, our political life idea is Europe. And he's not very grateful to me. Because in the program I saw 10 minutes for me, and he's cutting it to 5 minutes. But anyway, I understand that I'm addressing the stars. We are proud of you. That's very simple in a nutshell. We are proud of you. Your ideas, your realization of the ideas, your success and also how you are overcoming some obstacles we all have to fulfill. Today, there's a summit. And Brexit is making many clouds in the skies. And all other problems we are facing, and I shouldn't mention it, make a cloudy sky here in Brussels. But this evening, the clouds are gone. The stars are shining. And we have a bright sky. Thanks to our SMEs, our stars. They are here. And we appreciate what you are doing. But to award them is one side of the medal. The other side is to support them in future too. And what we are standing for as business representation, as SME union, is to help them against bureaucracy, access to finance, cutting red tape, and other things. We should accompany them. That's our task. That's our challenge. And you can ask us, awarding, wonderful. It's a kind of motivation. But helping is much more better. And I promise you, we are accompanying you, we will help you, and therefore, good success, good luck for the future, and I hope the 5 minutes are fulfilled.
Thank you so much. It's always a pleasure to have Christoph Leitl with us because he performs in this area over many years with his Secretary General. Thank you also very much, Mr. Abruzzini, who is a long-term supporter of SMEs. And I think the SME organizations in Europe need more support, and I will do my utmost to fulfill this in future. And Horst is now waiting for his 1 minute to explain us the SME Star Hero Award. Yes. Horst, please.
Thank you very much, Paul. Yes, the SME Hero Award has this idea at a board meeting at SME Europe that we have a lot of projects here in Europe, a lot of think tanks, initiatives who are really trying to help SMEs, to support them, but nobody is really awarding them. And then that was the idea, Paul, to give them also a prize, to give them a place, a showroom, and this is here now today. So, and I think this is enough said because we have perfect representatives of them here. You will see what is the idea behind this because there are really great projects tonight here.
Thank you, Horst. And as you know, heroes have to come onto the stage. So I ask Nadia Hirsch, member of the European Parliament Committee of International Trade, and Laurin Sepereto, Senior Associate of EU Public Policy, UBA. Please drive your activity onto our stage, please. So, and now we want to see the movie. Does it work, hopefully? Star Map Awards. really works, and I announce now the first Hero Award winner, Palman Rusev, is Bulgarian entrepreneur, member of the Stara Zagora City Council, chair of the Committee of SMEs and Industry, board member of the Chamber of Commerce and Industry at Stara Zagora, nominated by Eva Maidel. Eva, where are you? We are very happy that you nominated, and we are very happy that the son, Viktor Rusev, will take the prize. So first we play now the video presentation, and then we invite Eva onto the stage. Welcome.
There was a technical mistake, we apologize. From that point on, we go smooth. It was the first try.
You know, it's a pleasure. It's still winning, and being the winner, it's always good. So, do we have the prize?
We do, but I don't see Miss Meidel here yet.
So, I can do it.
Yes.
Okay.
Wait a little moment and start with the foreword, perhaps.
Yeah,
Yes. So, please go ahead.
yeah, for sure. So also a warm welcome from my side. It's a pleasure to be here, and yeah, also to be really an honor. So we start with the SME Hero Awards, and well, you can think about what could a hero look like. It's a Batman, it's Spider-Man, or something like that. No, I think the most important thing, and we will see that in the videos, all the nominated persons and organizations have one in common. They share a bright and encouraged vision of our future. And they stood up and took over responsibility in their field, in their area, for education, for girls, coding for girls, for the environmental issues. So I think that are real heroes. And today we have the pleasure to have them here. And I think that's really good to have them amongst us. And that's really our future. That's the true Europeans to be here and fighting for their and our future. So thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Nadia Hirsch, member of European Parliament, Committee of International Trade. And now we come to our senior associate, Lauren Sepetora. You spell your name much better than I do it. Please.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. My name is Lauren Seputro. I lead EU public policy for Uber here in Brussels. And first of all, I would like to thank SME Europe very much for allowing us to partner for this really great event. I think I've seen many events in this European Parliament, but this one is quite top-notch. So thank you very much for setting that up. I guess a few of you will think about, like, how does Uber relate to SMEs? And actually there are two connections, and I will be very quick because I know Dr. Rübig is breathing down my neck, so I will speed up a little bit. And first of all, obviously, as you may know, since we have moved from a peer-to-peer model to a professionally licensed driver model in the European Union and beyond, actually, we have partnered with thousands of SMEs of all sizes across the EU that actually use our platform to provide their services. And many of them actually have more experience than us, which is not difficult because we only exist since 2009. So that is really, if you take an Uber, you will take an Uber probably with someone that runs an SME. And this is actually the second point that establishes the connection between SMEs and Uber. Because even though we are a digital platform, we are a multinational company, we are at the same time a very local service as well. Because we are locally regulated, we are established in every city where we operate. And also there we cooperate with a lot of SMEs from the advertising space, from the information and communication space, retail, real estate. So for us it's really, really important to have that bond, because if we want to be successful locally, because we are regulated locally, we transport local people and we work with local drivers, then we really need to rely on those people that actually know what's going on the ground. And that's why, thank you very much, and I look forward to this evening. Thanks.
Yes, many thanks. We see that entrepreneurship, sometimes it's not too easy, but to perform is the real issue. And now we have Eva Maidel with us. Eva, please join us on the stage. Very warm welcome to you. And now we will see the movie which we have seen before, again, hopefully, yes. So, and now I want to ask Viktor Rusev to come to us on the stage. He makes it for his father, Balmen Rusev. Welcome and congratulations. So, Eva Meidel is the one who nominated, and I can congratulate. It's wonderful to see the stars on stage.
Good evening, everybody. It's a real pleasure to be with you tonight. I'm obviously very proud that a fellow Bulgarian stands alongside me in receiving the award for SME Hero, because the father of Victor, Plamen, has been a true example in delivering for society while alongside progressing and enlarging his business in the heart of Bulgaria, in the city of Stara Zagora. It's a lovely place to visit, so I encourage all of you to come visit. They're really hospitable and nice people, but most importantly, they will be able to guide you through the important projects they have set up for the community in Stara Zagora and in the area. Congratulations. I'm very proud to know you, your family, and the impressive achievements you have done for the progress of our country. Thanks
Applause
so
for the Rusev family. And Victor, you should tell us a little bit about your activity. I think that's quite nice to see a really performing SMEs, and maybe with few words you can explain what you are doing.
Thank you very much. It's a real pleasure to be here. I'm sorry my father could not attend, but I'm free to speak from him. It is amazing to be here and to receive this award, because it's one thing to tell your story, but the story has to be heard. So thank you for listening, and we'll try and continue to do and develop and provide a better place for people to live and continue living and just feeling better in Europe. So thank you one more time.
Hip hip hurrah! Thank you. You know, one hero is not enough. Eva, thank you so much. You did a wonderful choice. All the best. And we will see who hero number 2 will be. And I can tell you, we will first of all see a video. And the video will take 1 minute. Thank you so much. Please take your seat. And it's about fuel cells and hydrogen joint undertaking.
There's the global phenomenon and the local impacts, what scientists are saying and what nature is screaming, the vital signs of a fading planet faced with the luxury of ignorance, something future generations won't be able to afford. But there is still time. Many initiatives are coming forth, urging for a solution. At European level, a joint venture is taking action to effectively address those problems. The Fuel Cells and Hydrogen Joint Undertaking, in short the FCHJU, is a unique partnership bringing together the European Commission, industry and research partners taking on the same mission, turning fuel cells and hydrogen into an everyday reality. Determined to bring this to bear, several European initiatives have emerged thanks to the FCHJU. In Paris, one of the many transport initiatives is breaking through with its very first fleet of hydrogen-powered electric taxis, a hydrogen energy action that will highly reduce pollution in the greater Paris area. Hydrogen and fuel cell technology even offer people the possibility to produce electricity and heat themselves, reducing their environmental and financial footprint in the process.
Our main reason to implement this system was to become independent from electricity suppliers. We are very happy about the system and we hope it will be widely used in Belgium and in Europe.
To produce energy within the building, fuel cell technology is one of the most innovative and future-proof technologies. Thanks to the European Innofield program, we could successfully deploy some units in Belgium.
Above all, fuel cell and hydrogen is a breakthrough technology of global relevance, potentially transformative for science and for society as a whole. Nothing is more important than guaranteeing a safer and cleaner world for future generations. There's the world we live in. There's the one we leave behind. Learn more at fch.europa.eu.
Thank you so much. We see that fuel cells and hydrogen joint undertaking out of Horizon 2020, a unique public-private partnership supporting research, technological development, and demonstration activities in fuel cell and hydrogen energy technologies in Europe. And it's a good competition to e-mobility and to traditional activities. So therefore, we are very happy that it was nominated by Andor Taylor. Andor, please join the stage. And I also want to ask Elisabeth Robeno to join the stage. So, Andor, what can you tell us about the heroes?
Thank you very much for this opportunity actually to come here and to nominate this joint undertaking. I think everybody knows you. You create some kind of synergy between political decision makers, the research and development sector, and also the industry. And among that industry, there is a lot of SMEs. And I think that you are doing a great job. Of course, we all dream of greener cars, cleaner air, cleaner cities and towns. And therefore, if you could even make the fuel cells much cheaper, I think that you would deserve the Nobel Prize. But nevertheless, you are getting away today with the Hero Awards for your efforts and your contributions. Thank you.
Applause, applause. Hero is Elisabeth Robeno, Head of Finance and Administration, Fuel Cells and Hydrogen Joint Undertaking. Please tell us what you think is important.
Thank you very much. First of all, I would like to thank you. I'm very happy, delighted to be here among you tonight. And it's a big honor for us to be present to this ceremony, to be also a guest, but not only a guest, but a nominee. And I would like to thank you all, and in particular Mr. Rubig, Mr. Benstein, and of course Mr. Deli for nominating us. SMEs are extremely important for the FCH joint undertaking, and we consider SMEs as essential actors of our society, our economy, innovation, and this is particularly true in the fuel cells and hydrogen sector. The FCH joint undertaking, as Mr. Rubik and Mr. Deli mentioned, is a public-private partnership. So we are combining efforts of the Commission, the industry sector, and the research actors to help bringing to market commercialization the fuel cells technologies that are in fact essential for the carbon-free energy system. I mentioned that SMEs are very important to us, and today under Horizon 2020 we have 92 projects for a total budget of about 470 million euro. And SMEs represent, in fact, close to a quarter of our beneficiaries and a third of the funding, which highlights the importance of our support. I would like to give a few examples of success stories. So like startups or small companies, yes, that developed thanks to our support. For example, a company established in Denmark, H2 Logic, which was established at the beginning of the years 2000, and with about 3 founders, and who was later, a year ago, acquired by Nel and has now 180 persons, and has developed and manufactures hydrogen refueling stations. They have the largest manufacturing site in Herning, where they were first established in Denmark. This is a very important success story, and very important for the European economy and for the jobs also. Another example in the energy sector is ITM, which is our first beneficiary, and I would like to stress that SMEs, out of the 10 top beneficiaries, 40%, so 4 out of 10, are SMEs. And ITM Power has specialized in integration of energy systems based on renewables, and in particular in electrolyzers. And so they, for example, develop electrolyzers that are located on hydrogen refueling stations, so we have clean hydrogen to fill the cars. I like to cite also a project which was of key importance for the SME actors, because most of the partners in that project were SMEs, which is the project Copernic, which ended a year ago, and which result was, and now I want to join what you were saying, to reduce by 5 times the cost of hydrogen tanks. So it's a French SME together with other partners, Heidi, who developed a material for those tanks, which enabled this breakthrough in the technology. And this, in fact, they are building now, capitalizing on these results to further develop on the markets. And I want, if I still have a few minutes, to also add that the partners of these projects have now joined and embarked in a new project that is supported by the Knowledge and Innovation Center Innov Energy from the EIT, to really now homologate and certify this technology to enable to develop it on the market. And why do I mention this? Because it's also important to reflect that there are synergies among the EU funds to facilitate development of companies. If I may still add a couple of examples, we have Sunfire, which is a company that was established in 2010 and has specialized in steam electrolyzers based on solid oxide systems. And this company, for example, has recently also signed the hydrogen initiative that was signed in Linz at the Austrian event in September, where a number of countries and also industrial actors, including SMEs, commit to further develop hydrogen technologies. And last example, it is Solid Power, which develops micro combined heated power units that are used in many different applications. For example, in homes, public homes, to develop your power and heat your homes, but also in the commercial sector or for utilities. And all these examples, I want to stress that our role is to support them financially, but not only financially. We are a platform bringing the partners together, and we have support as an advisory function. So we try to facilitate information for all these companies on what other means of financing they can find. We participate to face-to-face meetings with EIB if this can help. So this is also part of project development assistance. And sorry, I hope I have not been too long. Thank you to everybody. And again, I want to repeat that we're very happy and very honored to be here. And I want also to convey the thanks from Mr. Bart Bieberg, our executive director, who apologized he couldn't join tonight because he's at another event in France. Thank you.
Yes, applause, many, many thanks. We see a lot of activities around, and Andor Daly, thank you so much for the nomination. And of course, Elisabeth Rubino, we know that you are really taking care of Europe and that our environmental activities are going into the right direction. All the best, and congratulations for receiving this prize.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Then we come to the next one, and it's the SME Stars Award ceremony opening. Horst, please come to the stage and tell us about the voting procedure.
So, first I would ask that the guests who arrived a little bit later can go to the table here. Be not shy, otherwise you stand the whole evening. And first I want to say yes to the procedure. Please have a close look to all the SME Star Award winners in the categories, because you will decide personally via an app who will be the winner of the winners. So we have also a prize for the prize owners here today. And be aware, everybody makes his decision. Everybody is a winner, but we have then in the end one champion. And I think we have, short before we have this voting, we will explain exactly how you can vote with your smartphone. Huh? Digital.
Wonderful. So, you know, we have Ivan Stefanic, member of the European Parliament, Committee of International Market and Consumer Protection. He is one of our real friends from Slovakia. He's working hard, he's working precise, and we know that without our Secretary Generals, we never could survive. And therefore, I want to ask Mr. Abruzzini to come on the stage. He's the Secretary General of the Eurochambre. He does a lot of work on European level. He's a little bit surprised to be together with us on stage, but that's prize-winning ceremonies. It should be a nice surprise. And we know that Mr. René Tritscher from the Austrian Business Federation knows exactly how important this work on European level is. And I ask now Ivan to present our activities in SME Europe. You are a good performer, so please.
Thank
Applause for Ivan Stefanic.
Thank you very much, Paul. Good evening, everybody, ladies and gentlemen. If we talk about our activities, we talk about SMEs. And if we talk about SMEs, that's the talk about European economy, because SMEs create major part of European economy. SMEs create more than 85% of new jobs. So if we take about SMEs, we take care about the future. Therefore, we try to be active. Therefore, we try to optimize our legislative process, and everything what we are doing, it is on behalf of our SMEs. Today's evening, ladies and gentlemen, it is the appreciation of the work you have done. And let me say that I do admire your work. Here you are best of best SMEs in Europe. And really, I do admire your courage, your leadership, your endurance. And the message is just keep going on. Just don't give up, and please continue not only with hard work, but continue with bringing new ideas, continue to inspire us, because we need you. We need the improvement of life for everybody in Europe, and I do believe in positive results, not only from short term, but also from long-term perspective. Thank you very much for everything you are doing. Enjoy the moment, enjoy this evening, have a nice, memorable evening. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I think it's wonderful that we always have people behind us, the Secretary Generals of the organizations, like Wirtschaftsbund in Austria, with our friend René Tritscher, but also our Eurochambre. And you are doing a marvelous job. Can you give us a short introduction how you feel as a Secretary General being one of the champions for making SMEs important on European level? Please.
When Paul Rubig is on stage, you can expect everything. So I was not expecting actually to come over and speak about Eurochambers, but there are three messages that I want to share with you. The first message is Eurochambers is here because we love to support the Parliament in trying to make the best for the SMEs, for all the SMEs in Europe. And we try to give our knowledge, our experience, our legitimacy, our representativeness as a back office of all those procedures that are going on at European level. But while we are doing all this, well, Eurochambers has many dreams, but I want to share one dream with you. There is no single business in the world, in this planet, that was born already big. Each business was born small, micro. Therefore, there is a chance for every one of us, every one of you, to become one of the largest in the world. And this is thanks to the work which is made at European level by this House, and we try to support all this. Being born small doesn't mean that you have no chances to become big. That is our future. Thank you.
Bravo, applause, thank you so much. Yes, many thanks. I think it's wonderful that Ivan Stefanec showed us how important the work of Secretary Generals is. The people who are doing the real work behind our political activities. I think that's great to see that the teams working around us are doing a great job, and without them, our activity would be not so successful as we like we wanted to have it. So now we come to the next one, and it's a SME Star Environmental Award. And I want to announce in the category SME Star Environment Award, CETA SALL, located in Italy, and I ask Elisabeth Gardini and Giovanni Lavia, not very good in spelling the names, but I think it's good to have you, and please come to the stage. I know that Giovanni comes from Italy. He is one of our famous members in the European Parliament, taking care on environment, and we get now a 1-minute presentation. And here we are. The winner is CETA SALL. Very warm welcome. Congratulations. It's a sector, industrial renewable energy, which is quite important, you know, circular economy. And therefore, Italian Society on Advanced Technologies that is tackling the problem of waste and conducts research for solutions that allows the creation on energy through the disposal of waste. And I'm so happy that Giovanni Lavia is with us. Yes. You know, he is member of European Parliament Committee of Environment, Public Health and Food Security, and he's a really leading guy in European Parliament. Giovanni, please tell us why you're nominated.
First of all, I want to thank you, Paul, and all the organization for the opportunity given to all these SMEs to receive today these awards. But especially for the reason that I'm really related to environment, I want to thank also the entrepreneur, the technical expert who is going to explain us which are the news, why they are here today. And from the other side, I have to explain that after the Paris Agreement, that we know well, because after the Paris Agreement against the climate change, we started to work strongly in the European Parliament for reduce the emission in all the activities. And one of the legislation that we promote after was the circular economy package. And now we are discussing about an entrepreneur who is working and who has made a real passion on this package, transforming what is something that we named in the past waste in something that is useful because it is a fertilizer. And in the process, we are going to produce also energy, renewable energy, that is what we want for the future of our planet. And then I am very proud for this nomination. I'm happy to have here the technicians of the enterprise who is going to explain us more about the enterprise, and we have to be proud to have similar small and medium enterprise in Europe, able to achieve good result, but especially to make a good line for the future in the environmental sector. And I'm proud to have here this kind of enterprise. Thank you very much.
Congratulations, and now the whole team should come to the stage. I think CITA RL has a wonderful team. Please come to the stage. We want to see that all of you are hardworking guys. First of all, we will see a short video. Yes, the video is now on, and I think it's us, so we play on. It's very clear that Mr. Locatelli will tell us now what he's doing. It's much better than any video. Please.
Okay. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. And first of all, let me thank you for the invitation on this festival and to participate to this wonderful event and to have this nominee. Our company is a new company where we study a project coming from the question that many farmers ask to us, how to solve the problem of the droppings from the chicken, because there is a law, there is a pollution. So we study, we make a new plant where we introduce the manure, and we treat in such a way where we recover energy and fertilizer without any kind of pollution. You can imagine then last year 12 million of chicken died because of the aviary virus. In our system, we remove this problem from the beginning. Our plant manure exploiting a low gasification temperature system and generates syngas, and when properly used, produce thermal energy and electricity through the ranking cycle. We use a steam turbine. The production of each plant is 1,600,000 kWh per year electrical and 10,000 tons per year of organic fertilizer. And the fertilizer and the electricity produced, the two mentioned elements together with can be a very attractive economical return from the farmer. We use a system where we introduce the manure at 200 degrees Celsius, where we remove all the neutralizing any pathogen element contained becoming and the fat biobarrier to development of the aviary virus. So we can say that thanks to our patent, it's possible to produce energy without polluting. We can also say that producing organic fertilizer and biochar as a complementary part of the process, we can help to reverse climate change and give our contribution to an environmental more suitable. This is what we do every day, and we build and we test and we provide with successful, and I can say thank you again for the invitation and for the nominee.
Applause, thank you so much. Very good. So we're very happy. CITA won the prize. I think it's quite good to see that you are a dynamic company, that you have a good team, and we wish you all the best. And Giovanni, thank you so much for being with us. We know that Italy in the SME area is performing very good, and congratulations and all the best wishes back to Italy. Huh? Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yes, and today we have talked about Secretary Generals. Mr. Abruzzino has shown us that Eurochambre is working hard and good, and we also have René Tritcher with us. René, please come to the stage. We are very happy that we see that the backup of SME Europe works in a very nice way. Hello. Very warm welcome.
Thank you very
So I want to ask you, can you tell us a little bit about Wirtschaftsbund in Austria and how the connections with SME Europe are developing? Please.
Yes, thank you very much. A very warm welcome from my side. I have a little problems with the traffic in Brussels. Sorry for that. So the Wirtschaftsbund in Austria is the strongest voice for SME in Austria, and we have a strong cooperation with the members of parliament in Brussels and also with Horst Heitz. He's a very strong partner for us. We have about over 100,000 SMEs members in Austria. We are the strongest voice for the SMEs in Austria, so I'm very glad to be here. And I'm very glad to have such partners as you and Horst in Brussels. Thank you.
Yes, many thanks. I think it's quite important to see that organizations are a big backup for political decision making. And as you know, in politics, we wouldn't have the chance to perform if we don't have people and teams behind us who support us, who gives us the value of the decision making. And I think the Austrian presidency will play a key role for the next weeks and months. Can you give us a little impact on what you think would be the most important issues for the Austrian presidency to survive for the next period? You know, we have Brexit, we have the multi-annual framework program for the budget, we have the big questions on energy, internal market. It's a lot of issues which are on the table, and the Austrian presidency, I think, is very well prepared. So what's for you personally the real important issues? We have Erasmus+, we have the FP9, we have the famous Horizon Europe program. For SMEs, where is the real target? What would be the most important things on European level?
Yes, as you mentioned, we have very important issues for SMEs, especially for Austrian SMEs at the Austrian presidency. You mentioned the Brexit, you mentioned other issues, but one of the most important things for us is the real problem in Austria is that the legislation is very complicated all over Europe, also in Austria. And the Austrian presidency has a strong program to fight against regulation in Austria and also all over Europe, consumer protection rights and all other issues. So I think this would be very important for Austrian SMEs and all over Europe.
Wonderful. Applause. Many thanks. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
I think we have a wonderful team partner, and the future is ours. Thank you so much. So, and now I think we need a little break because I see the glasses are empty. We need some wine, we need some water. We want to enjoy also the talks on the table. So I would suggest we make a 5-minute break and afterwards we go ahead. Thank you so much. Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, you had now the most important talk of the evening with your neighbors. And as you know, communication, building networks, it's real important in delivering the right decision making. So remember your neighbors, but also remember the stars which we have here, because it's quite important to see that SME Startup Award, the Startup Award, startups, is a own category, and I'm very happy that I can announce in the category of SME Startup Awards, Compliment Danish Building Design. I think it's quite interesting that Denmark plays a leading role in a lot of SME issues. And I know that Ivan Stefanec is one who can present the Start Award. But before we have the video, huh? So let's play the video.
Compliment APS is a Danish company founded in the year 2000. The company is known to be among the first movers when it comes to sustainability and integrating energy in buildings. In 2010, Compliment received a nationally acknowledged climate award. In 2016, the owners of Compliment founded a new company called Compliment Danish Building Design. This company exclusively develops and sells facade systems for export. Compliment Danish Building Design has developed 4 new facade systems: Vita clay shingles, D-wall, climate cover, and Zappa. This range of climate covers allows for new design opportunities. Sustainable energy can be integrated in these facade systems. They are financially attractive, have been designed for separation, and are cradle-to-cradle certified. Presently, a patent is being prepared. The company is presently nominated within a category of the European SME Awards. The presentation of the new and unique facade systems has, within a very short time, given strong indications of a large export potential. Sales agreements have already been set up with partners in a number of countries: Sweden, Norway, Germany, Holland, Italy, England, as well as 4 American states: Texas, California, Illinois, and Wisconsin. Compliment Danish Building Design is presently negotiating with partners in more countries.
Applause. Now I invite to come to the stage Ben Benson, Ivan Stefanec, and our winner Niels Heitmann, Partner and Export Director from Compliment Danish Building Design. Please come to the stage. And all the team members should come to the stage, because a CEO is never alone. So I want to ask Ivan Stefanec. Ivan, what can you tell you about this team?
Thank you, Paul. First of all, I really do trust my very good friend Ben Benson, who nominated this company. And I know that always it's the most difficult the beginning of doing business. So this is probably the most challenging category, startups. So this is start of startups. But as we have seen also from this short video, this is a very successfully growing company. So I take this opportunity to express my wish that we will do all the best in the European Parliament to improve legislation which can help such companies to growth. And I'd like to wish this successful startup to have many, many happy employees, but even more and more happy customers. So all the best.
Congratulations, Ivan Stefanec, member of the European Parliament, Committee of the Internal Market and Consumer Protection. Not production, protection. But production needs protection, so it's very clear. So, Niels, tell us, you are partner and export director of Comproment Danish Building Design. What gave you the power to perform?
I was not more clever than just doing it. On behalf of my two partners, we are 3 companies in Comproment, and we are only doing this because we have another company also to pay our salary. Because starting something up costs a lot of money, and somebody said to me, how can you afford that? And that's only because we did another company before, otherwise we couldn't. Otherwise we were not owning anything of the company anymore. So thank you very much for the nomination. Thank you for the speech. We are quite honored to be here. It's if you make a game plan for a new company, you are not putting in a SME award in this game plan. I'm pretty sure you don't do that. So we were very happy when we was nominated. We were even more happy than we was winning it. And we are not doing anything differently what we're normally doing. Having ideas and trying to get them out there. Our good luck was that we get patents on our products, so we had to find out where to secure these patents. So we had to find out, is it just in Denmark? Is it just Nordic country, or should we? So we've been fighting to find out where is the limit for our products. And we have now been, after this movie, been searching further on, and we have been learning that our customers is more than 12 countries now. We also learned that we don't have enough. So next year we will come with another 4 products, putting into the product line. So it takes a lot of our spare time and free hours, and we don't see our kids how much we like and so on. But it's funny and it's growing. When we was applying for this, we can really standing for it. We are going for it, and we are going the right direction. It's not normal to have so many decision makers around the tables as today, and we're very happy to hear that you're working for getting away of all these special rules. I just said to Ben Benson when we were sitting at the table, just a little example. Not to say anything bad about Holland, because it's a very nice country, under the water, but it's very nice. They have a special rule in Holland, just as a little example, that if you go there, you have to perform a test. So when the water is attacking the facade, you have to make a test that nothing wrong is with the water is going to the ground. It's cost a little company like ours just $2,500 to make the startup test. That's fair enough. But every year we have to do the test again. It's another 4,000 euros every year. And you can just say, we want to go to Holland, we want to go to Italy, we want to go everywhere. And every time, another 4,000 euros. So it's just very happy to hear that what you are fighting for, because that's helping small company like us to, when we finish our job, we still have an ownership in our company. Otherwise, we need investors and banks to take control of our company. So keep up the good work. Thank you very much for being here. We're very proud. Thank you.
Applause. Thank you so much. And now I have to ask Bent. Bent, why did you nominate them?
Yes. Thank you, Paul. Once again, I was very proud to nominate this Danish company. We have seen them been starting from a little bit startup and to now a good exporter and in the field of energy efficiency and building construction. There's a lot of opportunities in this company, and we have just got the EPBD, the Energy Performance in Buildings, through this parliament. And I think there will be a great future for companies in this area. Europe have to decarbonize the existing building stock during the next decades. It will give a lot of growth. We will get more sustainability. We'll get more healthier apartments, houses, etc. So you are in the future of the coming companies. Thank you so much.
So many thanks. Prize is given, and you know the work starts now. Wish you a good success for the future, and hope to see you at the next prize-winning ceremony as well. All the best. See you. Short picture. Everybody comes together. So now you're allowed to leave the stage. Congratulations. Now we come to the next category. It's SME Star Family Award. And we have the Castle Hotel Daniel. And we will have the video now. Hotel Daniel, and I ask to come to the stage. Iljo Winkler, Claudia Schmidt, and Lilia Ratz. Please join us. Congratulations, we are proud. And presented by Claudia, my good friend Claudia Schmidt, and she's member of European Parliament, Committee on Transport and Tourism. Tourism, perfect. Hotel, holiday, business.
Beach.
Let's do it. Claudia.
Dear ladies and gentlemen, dear Mrs. Ratsch, I have the honor for presenting you with the SME Star Family Award today. For all the people who are not so familiar with the Castle Hotel Daniel, it's located about 55 kilometers away from Transylvania. And I will try to keep my Dracula references for a minimum. I'm sure you have heard it all before. Jokes aside, I thank Mrs. Ratsch for being here today. Without families like yours, we wouldn't be where we are today. In the Committee of Transport and Tourism, we are very concerned with the future of tourism and the changes it went through the last years. People are generally more drawn to the cities. They want to experience as much as they can in a little time as possible. We live in a busy world where there is never enough time for anything. Your family hotel provides a small pocket of time, a place to recharge batteries and enjoy what nature has to offer away from the hectic day-to-day life. And if you are feeling adventurous, you can visit a blacksmith's workshop, but without my dear colleague Polly Rübig.
Forging the red till it's strong and black. Huh?
And while drafting this speech, I looked at Hotel Castle Daniel's homepage, and it is truly amazing what you have accomplished. And for your information, I would have booked the secret chamber in your hotel. It looks very nice. But jokes aside, once again, it's not easy to bring together the old and the new, the past and the present, especially when it comes to architecture. From what I have seen, guests in your hotel will really be able to fully experience both sides of Transylvania. This effort, bringing the past and the future together, is definitely what makes the European Union so unique and successful. My congratulations to the winner of the award.
Bravo, applause, please. So, Lilia Ratz, what do you like to tell us? Maybe you can invite us to your hotel, huh? Booking
thank
from
you.
where? How?
Thank you very much for being here, and really thanks to this very comprehensive presentation. I couldn't do better, and I don't want to tell anything more because our guest references at the end of the day is what can tell you everything about the place. But I really cannot take over any family prize without thanking to my family and our three princesses who support us and who allow us to be this part of our everyday life, and to our extended family, so all the colleagues back at home that are working with us and are really acting as part of the family, and all the local community who is supporting this family business. And finally, I just want to let out a warm invite to all of you to visit us at Transylvania, and even for a short time to feel like being part of the family, to sitting down at the blacksmith's office and drinking a palinka maybe, and a little bit change your pace out of your everyday life and recharge your batteries. Thank you.
Applause, applause. Thank you so much. Elio, tell us, which room would you choose in this hotel?
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. This I will not tell, if you allow me. But dear Mr. SME, thank you very much for having us on the stage. Dear colleagues, thank you very much for applauding for family business. And I will tell you that one of the reasons that I nominated this business is that not only people have souls, but places also have souls. And if you wanted to, I'm sure you all have experienced places with a soul. If you want to experience one particular place with one particular Transylvanian soul, which is Erdély, Siebenbürgen, Transylvania, Ardeal, if you want to experience it in a natural and fantastic environment, then you have to make some bookings. I still don't tell you the chamber, but I want to give you one more reason for my nomination. And this reason is that 2018 is the European Year for Cultural Heritage. And we have all these discussions, and I'm sure that the colleagues in the tourism committee also have these discussions about what to do with the cultural heritage, the built heritage, and how to link economy and profits with it. Well, this is the example, because that's Daniel Castel Hotel is a building of 350 years, which was revived, which is now absolutely modern. And I'm sure, and we were talking with Lila, that in present condition, we are sure that even in 450 years, that building will stay and will maintain its soul. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Now, our Director General, Horst Heitz, Dr. Horst Heitz, will give the prize to Claudia Schmidt, and Claudia Schmidt will give the prize to the real winner, Castle Hotel Daniel. Daniel is a name which is quite important, huh? And the quality is there, and we all ask you, whenever you come close to, check in. It's nice to live there. All the best. Ilio, you stay with us, and we come to the next nomination. Thank you so much for being with us. And Horst Heitz wants to tell us something very important. Horst.
Only because some guests ask. On the program is the wireless LAN password, huh? So you can connect with the Wi-Fi here in the European Parliament. Please check the programs.
And on Twitter, how can we say get us on Twitter, Horst? Is it SME Europe on Twitter? Huh? So hashtag SME Europe, or SME Global, or SME Connect. We have a lot of opportunities.
Can we find Mr. SME?
Easily. You know, we have also somebody from Facebook with us. We know that it's quite important to show to the people that SMEs are successful. So the value chain of working together between different institutions, companies, members of European Parliament, that makes life beautiful. And therefore I come to the next one, SME Star International Award. And the winner is Microshade AS. We start with the video. Please go ahead.
Picture a modern office building, much like the one you work in. Such buildings often have big windows, which is great, but this also means glare, direct sun, and more heat. Usually, people try to solve these issues using blinds, awnings, curtains, or remove the heat by cooling. But these solutions create problems for the building and cause discomfort of the people working there, because they block the view to the outside 80% of the time during summer, reduce the amount of natural daylight inside, cause noise, draft, and maintenance costs, have a negative impact on CO2 and sustainability, and last but not least, they are unpredictable. Now, imagine a new technology that blocks 90% of the heat from the sun during summer, allows you to view out your window, has no moving parts, provides you with natural daylight, uses no energy, and lasts as long as the glazing. This technology is here. And to get all this, all you need are these stripes. These stripes keep an almost invisible 3D micromembrane in place inside the glazing. The membrane keeps the heat out by blocking the direct sunbeams while letting the natural daylight inside the building. So, what is in it for you? It's simple. In a modern workplace with Microshade installed, you get a nice and stable indoor climate across the office space, an improved visual comfort with more natural daylight and a view out even in summer, more flexibility and usable space since you can work next to the window without the hot sun beating down on you and free of uncomfortable drafts from cooling systems, no operating costs, and all of this is 100% predictable. Find out more about Microshade and how we can improve your workplace on microshade.net.
Wonderful. So please come to the stage. Ilio Winkler, Ben Benson, and Ike Betzel. So, the stage is free. The Stars International Award is a very important award because also European Parliament is international, and Ilio, in Trade Committee, you know how important it is to have trade, because trade, import and export, puts up the buying power of the people. Because in export you produce, you make services, people can earn good money, they can afford much more, so buying power goes up by export. And also by import, because you buy things which are cheaper, which are better, so you gain double buying power for international activities. So, therefore, we are happy and very warm welcome, Ilio. You present now the winner, please.
Well, first of all, after looking to the video, I think I would like some of your technology on my European Parliament office, because, oh my God. And if I tell you what's happening in the other office in Strasbourg, that's even worse. So, okay, but I stop complaining. I have to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, that the story of Microshade starts in 2003, when the company was founded as a spin-off from the Danish Technological Institute, following an idea to integrate solar cells in glass facades. The main office is in Tastrup, Denmark. 2009, Microshade was introduced to the market and installed in a number of reference installations in offices and institutions. Microshade specializes in developing and marketing advanced, transparent solar shading solutions. The mission is to reduce energy consumption, modern buildings with large glass facades using aesthetic and maintenance-free solar shading.
So, did he well?
Did very, very
Yes, I see he performs perfect.
Thank you very much.
And now, Ike, what do you like to say to us?
Well, first of all, thank you. I'm very, very proud to be here tonight. And my colleagues at Microshade are also very proud to be, first of all, nominated for this prize. We're also very, very proud to be nominated in the category of being international business. Microshade, even though it's a very small company, we're less than 20 people, but we have always been an international company. We have always been working with international partners. We have always had international customers. Microshade today is sold not only in Scandinavia and Germany, Holland, rest of Europe, but actually also as far away as Singapore and Australia, believe it or not. And the reason is that solar shading is something you need all over the planet. There are too many buildings consuming too much energy, and there are too many problems with exterior shadings. They block the view, as you have seen in our small presentations, and they are simply not good enough. And in particular, if you want to reduce the energy consumption of buildings, which we believe is a very, very important task for the future, then we definitely need a better shading system, because otherwise we will not make it. So, therefore, we brought about the idea of the microshade, and my colleagues in Denmark, also a very international breed of colleagues. They are Norwegian, Germans, Dutch, Canadian, Swiss, British, Danish. So it's a company, very small, typical classical SME, but also with a very international approach. And our partners are smaller companies in Europe and in Australia and in Singapore, but also very, very large enterprises with global reach, with companies and offices all over the planet. So this means, as an SME, you can actually, by having the right business model, you can get to the furthest away positions on the planet, and you can bring your new technology there. That is what we try to do at Microshade. Thank you very much.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. And now you have the big opportunity to see our energy efficiency. I would at least give a prize to him, Ben Benson. He's a real wonderful negotiator on energy efficiency, and I think you nominated the right one. What was the reason for nominating?
Thank you, Paul. Yes, once again, as a company who work in the field of energy efficiency and innovation. As we have seen today, it's a company where sustainability, where energy efficiency is very, very high on the agenda. We know we have climate targets to reach. We know that we have also targets to reach on the building area. And therefore, we see here a company where we participate in the field of energy efficiency, sustainability, and a better indoor climate. So I'm very happy that we have a little but international company here tonight. And I was very proud that we could nominate this in the group of International Award for SMEs. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I think that's the right thing to do. Anyway, do you know what is the most important issue for an SME? It's getting orders. Huh? So if somebody wants to place an order to him, he has a booklet with him. You can order immediately. The check can come a little bit later. But the truth is, giving orders is the real issue. Thank you so much. Wonderful. And hopefully we can sit in the shade as soon as possible. Applause. And I think it's quite good. I've seen and I have a wonderful smell in my nose. They are starting serving. You know, it's a principle of European Parliament. One speaks, the other one eats and drinks. That's sharing of opportunities, and enjoy your meal. In the meantime, we will feed you with new thoughts, and we come to the very important Star Innovation Award. And Star Innovation Award, you know, Commissioner Moedas started now the innovation activities also in the budget. We will put a lot of budget from the European science activities from the Horizon Europe into this area. And therefore, SME, we are very happy that the Star Award is GA Drilling, and we see now the video. you know, it's fantastic. We see that plasma milling and drilling is quite important. You know, in European Parliament, we have STOA. STOA is the Scientific Technology Options Assessment of the European Parliament. And we have a so-called map peering scheme, where members of European Parliament could be paired with a scientist. As I started this program in STOA, my first approach was with a scientist on plasma. I went to Munich and I had a 2 days introduction on plasma. Before this, I had not a lot of good ideas what it could do, but we see new technologies can bring a real breakthrough. And therefore, I'm very happy that I get now on the stage Ivan Stefanic, again, Sean Kelly, and Miroslav Zimmermann. Please join us. And we have Sean Kelly, who will present the winner. Sean, please. Go ahead. Speaking first.
Well, you've seen it on the screen there. It's fantastic. I always admire innovators, because to be an innovator, you have to be able to think outside the box. You have to come up with an idea that others will agree with, or at least agree that is worth testing, and then you have to prove yourself. And certainly, GA Drilling's vision is fantastic. They want to become a leader in bringing the 21st century technologies to the drilling industry. It is an industry which is in need of reform, and I'm delighted to see innovation being rewarded and recognised, because we saw there in the video what they're doing is revolutionary. They're a high technology company headquartered in Bratislava with branches in London and Houston. GA Drilling are pioneers in plasma milling. They have successfully accomplished the first ever plasma milling underwater. Their plasma mill technology enables massive time and cost savings compared to related existing technologies. It opens up vast new possibilities in geothermal energy, oil and gas, and other industrial segments, and you're going to hear a lot more about them in the future, because this is an innovation that's going to be very successful, going to be global, and above all, not only reduce costs, but also will help us to create more energy, renewable energy for our houses, for our industries, and help us to meet our targets in terms of the Paris Agreement. So this is a fantastic innovation. I couldn't think of better, and especially for them to get the Innovation Award, because this is innovation at its very best.
Congratulations. So, Miroslav, tell us, what will be the next steps in your company?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's a big honor for me to be here on behalf of owners of our company, of GA Drilling. First of all, let me to thank very much Mr. Stefanec for the nomination of our company to this category. Also, I would like to thank very much representative of the SME to take us the winner of this category. And I would like to tell you a few words about our company. We are a new R&D company which is dealing mostly with the very, very special technology, which is dealing with the producing of plasma and using of the plasma. And we have the almost 120 employees based in Slovakia, but our end customers is almost around the world. And I will tell you a few figures which is related with the plasma, because our unique technology, plasma bit, which is possible use through the whole many usage of for example, for the drilling, for the milling, also for the tunneling, for example, many other usage. But the figure, as I mentioned, is about that. If you probably know that 90% of the world mass has more than 1,000 degrees Celsius. But this such huge battery, we can call it as a battery. This such huge battery we can use it in our energy mix in the future. I think that our technology will be possible to reach this capacity in the world and to use it for the real using for our consumption in the future. And probably you know that currently in the world, we can use just the 3% of the world land for the geothermal energy. Because, do you know why? Because the conventional technology which use the contact drilling head can reach just the deep as a 3 or maximum 4 kilometers. But that's not enough, as you saw in this video, that's not enough for the reach this capacity in the world. But by using our technology, plasma bead, we can drill more deeper, up to 10 kilometers. And if we drill up to 10 kilometers, there is the enough energy. And if you compare, we can use it almost about the 70% of the air land worldwide. That's the very, very important. But that's just the one of the possibility how we use the plasma bead. There is some of the other usage. For example, now we concentrate for the possibility how we can decommissioning of the offshore wells, which are in the North Sea, which are in close to Mexico, which is the 1,000 wells, which has to be decommissioning in the near future. And these wells has to be decommissioning by our technology, plasma bead, because it's the cheapest solution how to do it. And also some of the other solutions which we can use, for example, for the I can't tell you, in the North Sea, yeah, exactly. And also we can use it for the production of the hydrogen, for example, also for the tunneling. We can use it in parallelly with the conventional technology plus our technology to make it easier, make it more cheaper. And it's it's a lot of using how to do it. And that's just a very, very brief introduction of what we can do with our technology. And I'm sure that you will be able to reach it by our website, also to check the video again and so on. And
very good.
Come back. Sorry, just the last sentence. I would like to thank you and wish all the best. Congratulate all the winners. I would like to thank all the SME for this opportunity to be here, to be part of you, and I will wish you all the best to survive in your industry. And good luck and thank you.
Congratulations. So, Ivan, why did you nominate it, Sam?
Yeah, Paul, it was not a difficult question for me because I think GA Drilling is a perfect example of combination of great new ideas, really breakthrough technology, good skills of people, and good management. So, and as we have recognized already, I think it can cut down significantly our energy costs, it can cut down significantly our energy import, and it can improve the quality of lives in Europe. So let me congratulate once again Mr. Zimmerman of GA Drilling and to all the employees of this wonderful company, and all the best. I wish you continuous success.
Thank you so much. Would you use a photo?
Yes.
GA Drilling, a star of plasma physics. Thank you. Okay, I have heard we are in front of schedules. That's always good. It gives a new chance to eat, to debate on your table. We will do a 10-minute break, and I will come back refreshed with a glass of water and bubbles in it. Have a nice break. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, Bon appetit. Enjoy your drinks. If you have nothing in your glass, raise your hand. We come now to the very important SME Star Role Model Award. And I would ask our technicians to start the video. We are too early. First, we want to see cosmetics because we have a lot of women and men in the room, and women and men wants to perform in the best way. And Nash Kiev would be too earlier online media. You know, to work together with engineers always is nice to have. And I think now we have the right video. Let's listen. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner is media platform Nash Kiev. So we are very happy that we have a nomination by Michael Bonney. We have presentation by Rosa Gräfin zu Thun and Hohenstein, member of European Parliament, and the nominee online media platform Nash Kiev. Welcome. So, nominated by Michael Bonney. He will join later, but we have Rosa Thun-Hohenstein. Rosa, Committee of Internal Market and Consumer Protection. So, your presentation, please.
Wow. Good evening. I'm very happy that I can present those excellent two persons behind me. They came from Kiev. Special applause, please.
Bravo! Welcome! The winner!
And you know, media, free media, exchange of views. I am Polish. This is really important, and I also know something about it. They have a very good platform, Nasz Kiev. Michał Boni is ill, unfortunately, but he always concentrates on what's most important. Social life, organizing society, social initiative. I'm very grateful that he nominated you, and let us see you as an example of combining a platform, Nasz Kiev information platform, with, can I call it social work? A business that means charity, that involves people in helping each other and using for it new technologies, new media, internet. This is what those two persons behind me present, and I'm very proud that I can be here with you. Thank you.
Applause. Thank you so much. And now Katarina. Katarina, tell us, what is your main performance?
Good evening, and thank you so much. It's a great honor for our team to have been chosen as a winner of the SME Neighbor Award. When we were told we would give a small speech, our first idea was to tell about our ideal business plans that we devised and what our ambitions are to become, well, the new guardians. But Having given a little consideration, my colleagues and I decided to tell you about the context in which changes appeared and how important it was for us to make changes, even when we couldn't anticipate them. We first started as a small local blog that described delicious food and interesting life in Kyiv, and we were happy with that, as well as our several thousand readership. We all want to have a peaceful life in prosperous country. But there are times when we have to make unorthodox choices. For us, those choices came with the Revolution of Dignity in 2014, when our team decided to talk about important things and support Ukrainian people in their choice to build European principles. Along with simple entertainment articles, we began to write about political topics, cover important public and state events, and at that moment we were surprised how much audience supported us. Until 2014, the number of our readers had not exceeded 20 or 30,000. But in 5 months of active work, this number increased to 150,000, and now our audience reaches almost half of all Kyiv citizens. That's more than 2 million. From that period, we learned how to convey information through the communication channels in which our audience would be ready to receive it. Our readers actively use Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, which allow us to be usually ahead of the majority of national online magazines. We launched on our website a section called The Authority, in which we monitor the action of the state and city government. We began to write analytical articles about the situation on the east of our country, as well as environmental and economical problems. We became the first online media in Kyiv which launched online broadcasting, and in half a year we actually got our own internet TV channel. We understand that 4 years ago we received a huge credit of trust from our audience, and we never stopped appreciating it. Taking into consideration the interest of our audience, we have developed 3 basic principles of our work. First one, independence. Only financially independent media can be autonomous in their views and statements. We have found ways to monetize what we're writing about and continue to build self-sufficient media. Second one is innovativeness. We use new tools to receive and distribute information, test and implement the latest technology available in creating content. And the third one is influentiality. We have learned how to make changes on our own. When the Revolution of Dignity was over, we won the development factor. We won for ourselves the opportunity to live by European standards. But the reality is such that we cannot simply wake up one day in a wholly new, improved country. And I am glad that the majority of Ukrainian people understand that we have to forge, cultivate, and build new way towards our goals. Therefore, our editorial board decided to make its own impact on our community development. We initiate a whole social project, and one of the most successful and important for us is first charitable trading platform titled Murahi. It's a unique marketplace that allows to direct proceeds to charity fields or social projects. Actually, it's a way to turn things into money, and then money into help, which can save or at least improve lives. Thanks to social activity, we understand that the actual problems are and what the difficulties are in finding solutions for them. A simple blog has gained a voice that can build new, meaningful tradition and create values. But the most important thing, I think, is that we have proved to ourselves that change is possible. Mahatma Gandhi said, "You must be the change you wish to see in the world." But I would like to paraphrase it. We want to be the changes we are writing about. And we know that this path is continuous and never easy. But standing here, we may already claim that we have made our first steps in the right direction. Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much, Katerina. Also, Dimitro, congratulations. I think you are doing a great job. And Rosa, thank you for taking care of them. Of course. You have 2 minutes, like always.
No,
Yes, please.
First thing I wanted to say, because Michał is not there, so I thought I would use his time. First thing, SMEs Europe. I'm so grateful because thanks to you we could spend a little bit of time together. And you see those wonderful people who in the difficult situation go forward and have a business plan and charity together, which is really very impressive and positive. Secondly, I must tell you a short anecdote. I was recently asked by one of my colleagues, members of the European Parliament, what about this Ukraine? Why do Poles always talk about Ukraine? We talk about relations with the United States, and you say, but Ukraine. Brazil, but Ukraine. Morocco, but Poles always say, yes, but what about Ukraine? Why do you always want to put Ukraine everywhere? Now you see Michał Boni also, prize for Ukraine. And I didn't have much time, and I talked so often already about Ukraine, situation in Ukraine, etc., in the European Parliament, and I had little time, so I said, you know, we always talk about Ukraine because it was a French. Parce que nous les aimons, because we love them. And that was, I think, the best explanation, and I think that now, after the presentation, you understand me. Thank you.
Bravo, thank you. Now let's make a photo together. Horst, photo, prize, everything. I'm always a moderator. Thank you so much. Yes, now we come to the next one, to the Star Role Model Award. AS Madara Cosmetics was founded in 2006 and in as little as 10 years has grown from a small Latvian business to internationally recognized fine skincare company whose creations are present in nearly 30 countries around the world. Everything was possible through the founder, Lotte. She studied in Japan and was fascinated by local skincare production. This was the reason why she decided to create her own cosmetic line of organic products. Video, live.
Miracle anti-aging product line is based on rejuvenating northern birch water that fully replaces traditional water. Birch water has anti-aging benefits. It adds up to skin cell division, it boosts up skin cell regeneration, and reduces signs of aging. Madara SOS is product range for dehydrated skin, tested and approved by clinical dermatologists. The root of northern peony flower has powerful anti-stress and antioxidant benefits protecting skin cells from environmental stress. Masks are active products designed to resolve a skin problem. Detox mask is based on northern forest lake mud that dates back 4,000 years. It is extracted from the deep layers of forest lake. It absorbs heavy metals and toxins from the skin, providing intensive detox and rejuvenating effects. Madara peeling mask is based on fruit acids and quince fruit. It exfoliates top layer of dead skin cells, uncovering more smooth, more bright skin color. Exfoliating oil to milk scrub is based on very soft, waxy particles that gently exfoliate the skin. The particles are dissolved into an oily gel, and when we want to wash off, we just need to add a splash of water, and the oily base turns into liquid milk, which is so easy to wash off. The face is smooth, fresh, and bright. Superseed is a range of Madara facial oils. Precious oils extracted from the very small seeds of Nordic herbs and vegetables contain very high amounts of omega-3 and 6 fatty acids and high amounts of antioxidants. Absorbed by the skin almost instantly, supersede dry oils, provide luxurious moisture, radiant glow, and regenerate the skin.
Thomas Mann. Thomas Mann, the famous Thomas Mann in European Parliament. We enjoy to have you. Come on to the stage and tell us why nominated this famous product. I dare to get it myself.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, I think first of all, we should invent a new award. An award for excellent entertainment, and the winner is Paul Rübig.
So I need all the SMEs for which were nominated. Please come onto the stage.
Think small first. This is our mission statement, no doubt. I think you can be convinced, the members of the enterprises, that we, the parliamentarians, are very close to reality, very close to all your ideas. Innovation and also the opportunity to reduce bureaucracy and to help you also in the financial sector. So we try the best as SME friends. So I'm one of the SME senators. Now I want to talk about SMS Madeira, okay? So you can imagine it. She's the best producer and the best entertainment. Nothing, see, with everything is there. Anti-stress, anti-aging, anti-everything, and in favor
We
of
need
everything.
it, we need it, we need it.
So, located in Latvia, AS Madeira was a part of the chemical industry sector, founded in 2006 in the Baltic Sea region. In 10 years, they had the opportunity to get on the market. And these cosmetics now, they are internationally recognized. The products are sold in around about 30 countries. The success was possible thanks of your creativity and also the love of risks. Hello, love of risk, not avoiding it. So it's so important. Lotte, she started in Japan, and she got contacts with some skincare products. And after that, she re-elected allergy. So, allergy for her? So she said, okay, I should produce anything. I should produce on a better way. I should produce everything unique, organic, cosmetic. And they are incredible, effective, and they can work wonders. So this makes her special that tonight she has awarded the SME Star Role Model Award. Thanks so much.
Congratulations. He now checked the quality, huh? And please tell us how you got to this quality. Huh?
Good evening, greetings from Latvia, greetings from Lotte, the founder of Madeira. Today she's back home because her son's birthday is today. So I'm here to represent Madeira. We are in the business to make this world more beautiful. And I'm not talking about nice looking and highly effective products here. We are in the business to create these products from only organic and certified raw materials, as well as all processes as sourcing, packaging, producing. It all has to be sustainable, whereas we think about nature or we think about people. And if years ago they said it's just a trend, now we truly, truly believe that this is actually the only way that we can go on, the sustainable way. And thank you for giving us this award. That's it.
Thank you. And now we will have on the video Vaidere, who tells us why she nominated. Vaidere, please, on video.
Dear friends, dear colleagues, it is an honor for me to congratulate a very successful SME from my country, Latvia, Madeira Cosmetics. Although Latvia has many world-class SMEs, I chose to nominate Madeira Cosmetics. I did it for a variety of reasons. The company has achieved a lot in just a little more than in 10 years since it was founded. Currently, It will be very difficult to find anyone in Latvia who does not know Madara Cosmetics. It is a wonderful cosmetics, natural cosmetics. But the high quality goods the company produces are known far beyond our national borders as well. Mrs. Lotte Thiesenhofer-Iltnere, driven by her passion and devotion to the idea, has built this excellent company very independently. Sometimes entrepreneurs expect a lot of support from the state. However, Mrs. Thiesenhofer-Iltnere does not. She stresses that our state is free and the rest is in her own hands. She considers herself a part of the state and instead of expecting something, wants to make her country better. She is a true inspiration for those dreaming of developing their own businesses. I believe Mrs. Thiesenhofer-Iltnere and her team in Madara Cosmetics are true star role models. I wish Madara Cosmetics infinite success. Thank you.
Applause. Thomas, you're a lucky man, you know. An SME, which we really love, makes us more stress resistant, makes us shining. That's what politicians love. Thank you so much, and now you get the prize. Thank you. Yes, I see you got something nice on the table. Hopefully it's meeting your taste, huh? Yes, that's good, because now we come to the next one. I think it's WalkMe Mobile Solutions. I'm on the right side, good. You know, I always get controls, that's good. So let's see, WalkMe Mobile Solutions. Let's start with the video, come on. Micro Business Award. Yes, thank you so much. I think tourism is quite important. Claudia Schmidt today told us how important tourism is on European level. And Claudia, we know that if we get virtual solutions, that it really will work. So getting apps, different kinds of apps, a good competition of apps will all of us help us to perform in a better way, also in free time of our business. So I want to ask you to present us on the video Claudia Montero de Agua. She nominated and we have her in the virtual space. Let's start it. Okay.
Let me start by thanking SME Europe for allowing me to address you through this short video some messages. What an amazing initiative to promote our European small and medium enterprises. I am now on maternity leave, and that is why I'm not able to be today in Brussels with you. And how interesting topic this could be for our next meetings. For sure, all businesses have something to tell us, to us legislators, on how to help them better deal with maternity. And we, legislators, should have a little bit more courage to change the things. But let me, a part of that, congratulate WalkMe Mobile Solutions for winning this award. very dear to me. This Micro Businesses Award seeks excellencies from among those who can do much, most of the times with too little. And when we spot it, we must value and disseminate those that, in an entrepreneurial way, can risk and succeed, be competitive in the global market, and serve as an example and stimulus for other emergency new businesses. The Walk Me exists since 2013 and combines a passion for technology and tourism in one app that allows their customers to discover the wonderful nature of Madeira Island by walking along the levadas. The astonishing waterways extend through the entire island. The app comprises all the information about the levadas and walking trails, which is already a reference for tourists and locals that already reached more than 100,000 downloads. This is definitely a good example of how useful technology can be for tourism and how individuals taking small risks and hard work can make our experiences better, whether we are tourists or residents. Coming from Madeira, I can be only but extremely proud of their achievements. Thank you all and congratulations.
Yes, thank you so much in the virtual room. I want to ask now Anna. Please come to the stage. We know that Anna Ferreira is taking the winning prize, and we are proud to see that also we will present the other video. You are here, we are happy, and start the winner, which will shown us on the video. Let's go.
Hello everyone, my name is Ligia and I'm a co-founder of Walk Me Mobile Solutions, which is a mobile development company. Today we're mostly focused on gaming. We work from Madeira Island, which is a Portuguese island in the middle of the Atlantic. And it was a great honor to be nominated by the European Union because it's a recognition of our work, of our capacity to export and to work from Madeira to the world. I just wanted to tell you a little bit about our story. We started when we were still at university here in Madeira. We made a mobile app for guiding all those who wanted to discover the Levada walks here in the island. And today we develop mostly games for general knowledge. It has been great because we already reached more than 25 million users in the whole world, and we can actually say that we export about 95% of what we produce. And maybe you're asking about how do we make money with games? Well, our main revenue comes from the advertising, because our main distribution channel is the internet, and it makes it possible to overcome the barriers of being an island. And so once again, I just wanted to thank you very much for this nomination. We're very, very proud. The whole team is very proud. And just to finish with the Steve Jobs quotes that lead us our past few years, you have to have the courage to follow your heart and your intuition, because it's worth it. Thank you. Have a nice evening. Bye.
Thank you. Bye. Hi. But now, Anna, what do you say?
Just on behalf of Walk Me, I would like to thank you for this prize and thank you, SM Europe.
Thank you so much. Walk with me. Walk me. We want to have a picture with me and the microphone. Thank you. So, music. Next category. If I'm right, we're coming now to the very important SME Star Award on agriculture. You know, I'm an educated agricultural engineer, not only a blacksmith, so I'm very happy to serve agriculture. And we know that Herbert Dorfmann is our hero in this area. He comes from South Tyrol. He's a member of the EPP delegation of Austria. And I think it's quite important to see that Delacon Biotechnik from Austria, so it's my country, and I nominated Delacon Biotechnik Austria, chemistry, food industry, for a winning prize and for a star award. So therefore we will see the video now. Let's play it. Congratulations. So, Herbert, please come to the stage. Herbert Dorfmann and Markus Dedel, CEO of Delacon Biotechnik GmbH from Austria. Well received. Congratulations. So, Herbert, tell us and present us how important it is to have the right feed for food and what will be the future of this important area. Please.
Good evening. Well, I have to admit I'm really proud to present this award this evening because I think if it comes to innovation and research and development, agriculture is a very specific field. We are all proud to have the most innovative product on industrial products, our cell phones, whatever. But if it comes to agriculture, very often there's a narrative in our society that we want to go back. We do reject innovation. We want to have old style of production. We do not, the society that does not realize that also agriculture needs innovation. And we have also some fights in agriculture against innovation. We have, for example, a new judgment of our court against new breeding technologies, which is, can you imagine this in medicine, for example? That the court is saying, no, we cannot do innovation on medicines because it's not good. Unbelievable. So I think it's extremely important to have a section for agriculture here, and I think our winner this evening is a very interesting winner from this part of view. Because it's a company, it's a small and medium-sized company working in Austria, founded in the 80s. Today, more or less 130 employees, selling all over the world, investing 10% of the money in research and development. So it's an innovative company which works for innovation in agriculture, and I think we need this to have an innovative agriculture and to have innovative products also in our food and in the things we eat and drink every day and the animals we feed in this specific case in Europe. So congratulations, herzliche Gratulation to this company and Delacon, which is working on feed, on feed products. Mr. Dell will tell us what they're doing, but I think it's really a great company. Thank you very much and congratulations for this award.
Thank you, Herbert. And now we ask Markus to tell us, what is your features for the future?
Yeah, first of all, thanks for the opportunity to be here and for this initiative, because I think it is important to give SMEs a stage. And I'm really impressed when I look at all the contributions this evening from these 9 different companies that we are able to present. More than half of them work on green technologies. More than half of these 9 companies. And that shows to me that Europe is a world market leader in green and sustainable innovations, not only in agriculture, but in every field that we have seen today. And that is just, to me, something we should always remember as Europe, that this is our role in the world, in a way, and we take it very seriously. To come a little bit to what we do in Delacon, you have seen the video, you still might not be sure what it is exactly that we do. I will make it very brief. We started in 1988 with an idea of my father and his colleague at that time, with an idea and a vision of replacing one day harmful antibiotics and other substances, artificial substances that are used in animal feed to produce the meat that we consume as people, as consumers every day. The vision was very strong and very clear that in a few years or in a matter of time, these products will disappear from the feed, these products will disappear from the market. And our founders betted everything they had on this vision. Now, 30 years later, we are celebrating 30 years this year. We have partially achieved this vision. Delacon is world market leader in a category that we have created back then, which is called phytogenics. Phytogenics means these are products made of plant extracts, like herbs and spices, essential oils and other extracts that are very concentrated and are used in the animal feed to help keep animals healthy, to help make the digestion more efficient, and also to help reducing environmental emissions, for example, ammonia by 50%, and also methane, which is a huge issue in agriculture. In Delacon nowadays, we are, as was mentioned before, we are around 130 people nowadays, and with our products at the moment, we touch, as an SME, and I think that is something interesting, we touch 2% of the global compound feed, so the global animal feed output in the world. So our products are used in 2% of the global compound feed output. I think there is not many SMEs that have an idea of how much we can actually contribute as a small company to make the world a better place, because contributing to make 2% of the world's population having a better nutrition and having better meat, better food, is something that anybody can achieve, even a small company that has started only with an idea and 2 people. And that's our story. Thank you very much.
Hurrah, bravo, thank you very much. I think that's great. Improving this world is something which we enjoy, not only Europe. I think we are here to serve the world. And of course, agriculture, nutrition, food, feed will play a key role. We are now 7 billion people in this world. If we don't have a third world war, maybe we will be 10 billion in 2050. So let's try to make it better. Congratulations, all the best.
Thank you.
Photo, smile. Yes, thank you so much, all. I love this area because we are still, after 4 hours, quite strong in supporting our SMEs. You know, it's clear, if we don't support, we won't survive. So, Horst, I will make now 10 minutes break, and you tell us how the voting will go, because at least we want to have a real winner voted by the audience here. And
yes.
You have to do your delegated.
Yes, exactly. Now the very
delegation
part is
makes
coming.
the world wonderful.
First to make the decision and also to solve the technical challenge. But I think this will be explained by a younger person than me. Manny, Böhm, please say us exactly how it works. Otherwise, I have to explain it 3 times.
Okay. I'm very happy that I can announce that the live voting is now opened. In order to vote, I would kindly ask our honorable member of the parliament and distinguished guests to take your phone and connect with your internet or with the Wi-Fi, which is EP Visitors. And you can see the password and login data here on the program. It's stated here. And then please go on slido.com or slide.do. It's both, it works both. And then please type in the code of tonight is SME Star 2018. And then you can vote the SME start of the night from 2018.
Thank you very much. Now we have a video again to also take a Slido here. How it goes. We have an explanation here. Now follow this guide and this nice explanation. Who has problems? Miss Böhm is here and she will help you. Make only a sign with your hand and she will come. Da.
It's a 0, not an O. It's a, yeah.
So the team is helping you. Make a sign, be not shy. And while you make your decision, yes, so in 3 minutes we have a summarizing of all winners tonight, so you can have again a short overview who can be the winner, make a wise decision, and meanwhile you solve your technical problems. I want to have also to say some words to say thank you to some people who make it possible tonight to have this event. First, I want to say thank you to Dr. Rübig. I never had an MEP who is really so hard working the night as moderator. He's standing, not eating, not drinking, only for us, for our SMEs. Thank you very much. I want also say thank you to Claudia Montero Acuiar. She's not here, but without her team and her support, it would be not possible. Then it's not so easy to gain an MEP who wants to support 100 guests in one room, because it's a lot of work. Thank you to Acuiar Montero, and I want to ask the team, please come here forward to show you and that we say thank you to you. Come, 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 don't be shy. The assistants who are working very hard, and I think you should need an applause. Please come. Come. Come here, come. Oh, we have enough pictures. Come also you two, come, come. Thank you very much. And I have to say it is wonderful to work with them together, because we are doing here as SME Europe and SME Connect over 30 events per year in the Parliament, 5 conferences, 5 events in Strasbourg. We are the most active SME organization here in Brussels. It would be not possible without you. Thank you very much. And in this moment, I want to ask that all assistants are coming here now. All, we want to make a picture together. Come here, be not shy. These are the real heroes behind the scene. Come, forwards. Robert, come, forwards, forwards. These are the real heroes behind the scenes. The working donkeys, if I say this. Hours and hours in the Parliament. And only with you it's possible. It is time to say thank you. I have to say, Philip, come here. All these guys are always in the shadow, but with these guys, nothing is working here. Thank you very much. And now we make a pictures. And perhaps I want to ask you perhaps one word to say about your life with SME Europe, with the Parliament. Robert, start. One short sentence.
Yeah, we live in the same building, so.
Yeah, yes, we are neighbors. We are in the same building. We have garden parties together. Yes, you perhaps.
Yes, from Italy. Yes, for us it's like incredible experience to be here, learn day by day by our members, and to help them delivering success and results for European citizens.
Thank you very much. Say always where you're coming from and your name. And I have to say thank you very much for this support. Please. Yeah, not shy.
I will go.
Then.
Hi, I'm Nana. We work for Messinas Reminder. We come from Latvia, so thank you and enjoy your evening.
With which she meant 2 of us.
I'm Ivan from Italy. I work with Carmen, the lovely lady who spoke before. We work for Mr. Lavia over there, and we are really happy to be here to be part of this great evening. Thank you.
I work for Mrs. Claudia Montero as well, so thank you so much.
Thank you. A big applause for our stars. And now we have a star now who's coming now as a surprise. Lukas Mandl, member of the European Parliament. Who is he? Ah, there, come on stage. I think this is now one of the youngest members of the European Parliament who's joined us as latest member at SME Europe and is so active. I think come please up, and I think you should be in the middle here because you are also the upcoming star in the European Parliament. Please say some words about SMEs and your young generation and younger generation.
Well, I guess Bill Clinton was wrong since he said it's the economy stupid. What I say is it's the SMEs stupid. So that's very important. That's what you work on, what we all work on together with you. And I'm more than happy that we are a more and more connected and each day stronger network. Thanks to everybody who contributes to SMEs in Europe, since they are the strength of Europe and are the future of Europe. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So, done. Now we're coming nearly close to the voting. Please go all to your place. Mr. Mandl, please let you also explain how to vote. Even if you're coming later, there is summarizing now, a video of all champions who we have tonight. And then we have a star of the stars. And I think this will be an interesting voting. And please make sure now that everybody is connected, everybody can vote. If you need help, please say something. Und dann?
Usually, Horst, the European Parliament, you need the voting card in order to vote. Do we need it today or not?
I think we are SMEs. We are fair to each other. Fair business, fair SMEs. Thank you. So, please, now I'm thinking we are coming now to the video. 1 minute, huh? We wait for Mr. Yeah, Mr. So I hear in this moment, Mr. Weber will come in 10 minutes to celebrate with us the SME Star Award. I want only to inform you that he was now officially elected as Spitzenkandidat of the EPP member states. Only without Hungary. So, that he is coming, that he can enjoy this moment, we have 10 minutes break. So, 10 minutes also to solve the last technical problems. Thank you. Ja. Das machen wir jetzt vorgesehen. Okay.
Haben wir noch fertig?
Wir hatten Erik gesagt, danke noch und so. Hast du super gemacht. Man bist nicht kaputt. Ein Energiebündel. this is Dr. Kotler, is Mr. is responsible for the technical service.
I'm really impressed. I know these members are good from different businesses, but I've never seen a proper, let's say, view.
This plan is executed from very beautiful.
Very short plan. Very short plan. It's
Huh? Perhaps the team leader.
Thank you. I was not expecting to speak, but we wanted so badly to organize it well because we mean it. We want to bring real content to Brussels, and you are the key to this content because often we are called here a bubble. So it's only us who work for association, it's decision makers, and that's it. And we don't have real feedback sometimes, and we don't want to have this disconnection from the real world, from the European countries. So we're really happy that you're here, that you agreed to come, and you actually came voluntarily, and you paid your flights, and you never asked for help and support, and we are so grateful and proud of this. When I was reviewing some application, when I was collecting your presentations, I was very proud of Europe and that we make such great business, because normally it's always about the United States, but Europeans are really strong. And I will give now the word to my team members, without which I would never manage.
We have to make it short because also Mr. Weber arrived, and now a special applause because he is the real Spitzenkandidat. But we will have, please, there's your place. And before we have the last words, no, the beginning words of the team, I think not you step back after this. Perhaps, Henrik, start.
Yeah, I also want to thank everybody here, and I think it's very important for Europe as a whole that we see SMEs from every country, or a lot of countries, like really the major players of the European economy, to be in a room with decision makers and also with probably the next future European Commissioner, Mr. Manfred Weber. And yeah, this is that shows what SME Europe and what also the EPP stands for, that we come from the ground and go to the top, and we don't mind hierarchy and everything. And yeah, thanks everybody for being here. Thank you.
Thank you, Manny.
Well, as a part of the youth, I would say here, thank you for all the small and medium enterprises and everyone here who actually acts as a role model for me. And especially I would like to thank my bosses here, and thank you for this opportunity that I can work with you on this event here. Thank you very much.
We worked a lot about this evening, and we are really proud that everyone's really good. And thank you a lot, everyone, to be here. Enjoy this evening, and thank you a lot.
And I have to say, we are an international team. Germany, Ukraine, Austria, Italy, and Switzerland. So, now we have still 2 Hero Awards before we get the SME Star Award. And I think it's time to give the moderation back to our moderation hero.
Aha. Yes, so let's see what is written in the protocol. You know, it's always quite good to see that the preparation for these meetings are quite good. And we come now to the SME Hero Award. Is it Hero 3? Yes, 1, 2, 3. Hero 3, it's the Landgate Hub. The Landgate Hub in Ireland is leading the way as a demonstration of what is possible in a rural community if given access to high-speed broadband. It's one thing to wax lyrical about connected future, It's quite another to put it into practice and witness the real benefits brings to the local community. The Landgate Hub is the heart of Kibrin, offers for 75 plus digital workers in the startup phase. The hub was created as a result of the shared vision of a number of business people with strong connections. And I would say we start with the video. Thank you so much. Good video presentation. Applause. And I ask Sean Kelly to join me on the stage. As you know, Sean Kelly, you know how important it is to have connection on the rural area. And I ask you now to make a contact on the Landgate Hub.
Thank you, Paul. It has been my pleasure to nominate the Landgate Hub for this SME Hero Award. And I was delighted to do so because they are in my constituency. You'd have seen two towns there, one Killarney, the town I come from, and the other Skibbereen. And they're both in the very southwest of Ireland. And one of the problems, of course, here is that everything nowadays is located in Dublin or close to Dublin, our capital city. And we have a challenge to try and keep employment, jobs, and young people in rural areas. But Skibbereen, through the Landgate Hub, are showing how we can do that. It is making most of the digital age for job creation and innovation. The initiative aims to facilitate up to 75 people in a creative co-working environment with a long-term objective to create 500 direct jobs and 1,000 indirect jobs via sustainable digital economy for Skibbereen. They have been judged on their attitude towards cross-border cooperation, competition, and of course whether the nature of their concept is deemed to have the potential to be successful and make a positive impact on the European Union's economy. And I truly think they embody all of these values and indeed will be replicated in many other areas, not in Ireland just, but also across Europe. The Landgate Hub is a great example of innovation occurring in rural Ireland and indeed a blueprint, as I said, for other rural areas. It is wonderful to hear their long-term vision is to make Skibbereen a hotspot for technology startups and multinationals to locate and prosper at a global level. A much-needed addition to a wonderful and beautiful part of Ireland where hopefully many companies would locate and enjoy the benefits of the scenery, the fresh air, the beautiful area without having to locate in big urban areas. So one other thing I would say, Paul, is that I am a rapporteur for InvestEU, which is a successor to EFSI, originally known as the Juncker Plan, but when it became successful, they dropped the Juncker from it. But that has been a huge success in creating investment right across Europe. InvestEU plans to have 650 billion in the next financial framework. But one of the criticisms of InvestEU in the EFSI was that it didn't do enough for SMEs. So we are creating, in our proposals, a special window for SMEs so that they can individually or collectively make use of these wonderfully successful funds. And also we're proposing that in each member state there'd be an advisory hub which would help SMEs calculate whether they can qualify or not, or see what they need to do. So that's all part of our SME strategy, deriving from our work group here in the European Parliament, which lays the seed for this involvement. So Paul, and to everybody, thank you very much. Delighted to be here.
Thank you so much. You know, managing a budget of 650 billion euro, 650 billion euro, and he's the chief negotiator. Real great applause to you. And now we want to see the winner in video in the virtual world of the very famous Landgate Hub. Let's start the video immediately.
Good evening. My name is Adrian Harrington and I am the CEO of the Ludgate Hub in Skibbereen, West Cork, Ireland. Firstly, I'd like to speak on behalf of Ludgate and to say how very grateful we are to have been awarded this prize, the SME Hero Award. And I'm very sorry that due to last minute change of circumstances, neither of us can be there to actually accept the award, but thank you again for it. Like all good acceptance speeches, I'm going to start with some thank yous. And our first thank you is to our MEP, Sean Kelly. Sean has been a great supporter of and advocate for Ludgate since the beginning, and Sean, we'd like to thank you for nominating us for this award, and secondly for being there tonight to accept it on our behalf. Thank you for that, it's much appreciated. Secondly, to the SME judging panel, thank you for the recognition, because I know that the standard was incredibly high in this particular category. I'd also like to thank our hub manager, Elma Connolly, whose hard work day in, day out is seen by everybody here in the hub, and without whose dedication we would not be accepting this award, so a big thank you to Elma for that. I'd like to acknowledge the work that the Ludgate board has done over the past 4 years, from the time that the idea of Ludgate was first mooted through to their work in the present day. Each and every one of them works on a pro bono basis on behalf of Ludgate, and their passion and dedication and commitment to Ludgate is evident in everything that they do. Ludgate would not be possible without the support of our partners. Collaboration and partnership is at the very core of everything that we do, and I would like to thank all of our partners across government, local and national, industry and academia. A huge thank you to all of our sponsors, to AIB, to Vodafone, Cyro, Ronan Daly German, KPMG, Moore Stevens, Cork County Council and Google. Their support from the very beginning of this project is very much appreciated. And last but definitely not least, a huge thank you to all of our Ludgate members. They are at the heart of everything that we do. We at Ludgate are very proud of what we have achieved in this very short period of time. Being part of developing a sustainable community and economy here in West Cork is incredibly important to us, and you will see from the video shown earlier what we have achieved in this regard. As well as facilitating the creation of over 100 jobs in this peripheral area, we are allowing family move back to the area they wish to work and live in. So thank you again for the award, congratulations to all the winners, and I hope that everybody has a wonderful evening.
Very good, congratulations. Let's take the photo with St. Kelly. I hide it behind, so I'm not the winner, but the photo will be a wonderful one. Come on, Horst. We need the winning team. Congratulations. Good photo. See you. Thank you. Bye. Thank you. As you know, the winner is, we come to the last category. SME Hero Award, hero number 4. You know, 4 is always a good sign because it's last but not least. It's Stop Extremism, European Citizens Initiative. The purpose of this initiative to secure a European Union directive to close loopholes in the fight against extremism, resulting in the establishment of a mechanism to ensure effective Europe-wide protection from extremism. Therefore, I ask Monika Hohlmeier and Claudia Schmidt to come to the stage, and our 2 representatives of Stop Extremism. It's Syrian Attes and Michael Laubsch. And we start the video immediately.
Europe has changed. new threats are casting their shadows. Terror attacks, mass migration, unprecedented economic and financial crises, escalating political instability are our reality today. Every day, the political debates grow more aggressive. Fake news, propaganda, and hate on the internet all vie for our attention. Whether it is neo-Nazis, anarchists, Islamists, and terrorists, extremism is a serious danger to our society. Only if we band together can we stop extremism. Stop extremism. We are a European citizens' initiative that aims to block extremism now. Together, we want to fight for our freedom, our independence, and our democratic values. We want to live together in freedom and peace, regardless of our gender, skin color, or religion. The European Citizens Initiative Stop Extremism Now has developed strategies to combat extremism in everyday life. We can no longer allow those who spread messages of hate to be subsidized with public funds. We must keep extremists away from our government agencies and hospitals and prevent them from carrying out their work in schools and educational institutions. To achieve this, we have drawn up a package of legal measures to battle extremism. We are the silent majority in Europe. We want to be heard. Together, we hope to put an end to extremism now. For this, we need 1 million supporters. We need you. Support us and sign the initiative today.
Yes, put citizens into power. Claudia Schmidt, tell us why Stop Extremism is so important.
Dear ladies and gentlemen, dear Mr. Artes, we met first and you told me you're a bit excited. Me too. And I'm very, very, very honored of awarding the SME Star Hero Award tonight, which go to the Stop Extremism European Citizens Initiative. Every one of us can probably feel the changes in our society is going through right now. We read it in the press, we see it on TV. The world has lost its shades of grey. Everything is either good or bad, either black or white. It almost looks like there is no middle ground anywhere anymore, and it doesn't matter which topic you discuss. Society is changing, we live in extreme times, so to speak, and it makes people rightfully feel uneasy. The political discourse has become a mirror of this development. Either you are with someone or you are against them. Either you are the friend or you are the enemy. I personally find this very troubling development. It is also a kind of extremism that should worry us. I don't want to sound moralizing, but when we look at the non-so-ancient history, we could learn a thing or two about extreme positions. They are never sustainable. Eventually, they reach their peak, and in the worst case scenario, people die. Extremism can take many different shapes and forms. It can be radical religious conviction, it can be online hate speech, it can be terrorist attacks, it can be fake news and propaganda. No matter what form it takes, it undermines the structure of our society. It also undermines the freedom, the independence, and the democratic values we have achieved in the European Union. Therefore, I'm very, very, very much honored to be able to award the SME Star Hero Award to this very important new European Citizens Initiative. We can only fight extremism when we tackle the problem from multiple sides at once. We need to share information, stop foreign financing of extremists and propaganda, and this includes the social networks. I commend Sharon Artis for bringing this initiative to life. What I said before is true. We read about it in the news and we see it on TV. But it takes the bravery of every man and woman to counter the changes our society is going through. Sharon Ates does not so at a great personal cost, particularly in her fight against the radical Islam. She receives death threats. She can't walk on the street without fearing for her life, and still she keeps on fighting. We need to do so as well, because what we have achieved in the European Union during the last decades is worth to fight for. It's worth protecting. We can't just lie back and hope for the best. The time for action is right now. This is why I commend Sharon Ates for being a leading example for the fight to preserve the society we have today and shaping the world to be a better place for future generations. Monika, please.
Bravo, Claudia. Thank you so much, Claudia Schmidt. And now Monika Hohlmeier, Committee of Civil Liberties, Justice and Home Affairs, board member of SME Connect. Monika.
That's true.
Let's start.
Ladies and gentlemen, I tried to find some very personalized words to Sharon. She is an outstanding woman. Normally people would stop to work on something if you are threatened by your life. She survived an attack. She survived an assassination, and she took the decision that she's not accepting what she met as violence in her family, in her environment where she had to live in her youth. She decided to create an own mosque. She said, I want to have a mosque where all kind of Muslim have the possibility to pray, have the possibility to come together, where Christians, Buddhists, and everybody is welcomed in this mosque, as it is in a normal church too. Because we want to live together, we want to understand, we want to respect each other, we want to be tolerant, we want to be fair, we want to be friends. And if we want to show to be friends, then it's necessary to create institutions that are bringing us together and not dividing us, not trying to put intolerant ideas in a tolerant society, that are trying to make us as tolerant people accepting intolerant ideas. And there are a lot of signals of intolerance in our society, so I'm really admiring you, because you need bodyguards. I know how this is. I had it for 25 years on myself. I know how it is to have 3 bodyguards day and night, and that this changes the private life totally. It's a turnover for the private life. But you're going through this because you believe that we have to stop extremism in any kind and where it grows. That we have to show our children how we can live together, even if we have different beliefs, if we have some different cultures, even if we're thinking a little bit different in certain areas, but we don't need violence. So I really admire you, I congratulate you. Secondly, I have to say, Michael Laubsch, we are not stemming from the same political families, but we are both convinced of freedom, of rule of law, of democracy, and of tolerance. We are convinced that we can have different ideas, but we want to show young people that it's nicer to talk to each other than to shoot each other. That it's nicer to discuss with each other than to violate each other. To show that communication and conversation is much better than to see the enemy because another person has another belief, so this person or another kind of culture, this person must be an enemy. So you have to fight against the enemy, and at the end, if we see this kind of new terrorism, there are no persons anymore in their thinking. They believe that they try to teach children that they are objects, they are not human beings. So we have to make it very personal. We have to make very clear we are living human beings. We are not objects. We are, from the name Seyran, you're Michael, I'm Monica, this is Claudia, and Paul, you're the best one of us. So I really congratulate you. I have full respect for your initiative because you are courageously fighting for our European values. Nobody could do it better. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you, Monica, for these moving words. And I ask now Syrian Ates to give us your impressions. And as you know, I'm a very flexible moderator. Of course, Michael Lausch, gentleman first for a feminist, good idea. Michael, please.
Thank you, Mr. Röbig. Dear Mrs. Hohlmeier, dear Mrs. Schmidt, also dear Horst Heitz, thank you very much for this nomination and for this prize. We are very, very proud of it because I would say, unlike many other NGOs that work in the civil society sector and advocating here in Brussels, we are not left-wing, and we are economy and business friendly, because one of the main part of our proposal for a directive to fight extremism here in Europe is especially business and SME related. We want to protect the small and medium enterprises from extremism, because business economy is also one main enemy of our European values, and we would like to protect it. As for now, we already collected the demanded 1 million signatures. We even reached 1.8 million signatures Europe-wide.
Bravo, bravo.
So we did our work, and now it's up to the European institutions to discuss our proposal for a directive. To fight together, unanimously, extremism, which might be based in the right-wing sector, in the left-wing sector, or in the religious sector. But nevertheless, we invite you all as the society, as business, to join us and to fight all together with peaceful and legal means against any extremistic tendencies. And let me end with one, I would say, ridiculous situation. As you had before, our main face of the campaign, Seyran Ateş, is protected by German police 24/7. Up to 8 and 10 police officers protect her life. This is paid by a European nation. But at the same time, representatives from those European nations close their eyes in supporting conservative, non-European extremism. And we would like to ask all of Europe not closing its eyes on this fact. So please, Seyran.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Claudia. Thank you, Monica. And thank you, Paul, Michael again, and Horst. And thank you, ladies and gentlemen, to give us the opportunity to stay here and talk about our initiative. As you heard, we have almost 1.8 million signatures, and we would have more if we would have more money and enough people to count in all countries and have the same power in all countries. What does it mean? It means that there are a lot of people who are afraid about extremism rising in Europe, and there are so many people who are afraid that our Europe will change. This great peace project will change. And first of all, that's what I normally used to say before I start with my speech. Thank you to this country, Belgium, and thanks a lot to Germany to protect me. You know, I'm not only sad about the situation, it's also a proof that democracy is working in our countries. Why I'm saying that? Germany and Belgium is paying now for the protection of democracy and protect me to say what I want to say. They don't have to agree with everything what I'm doing. That's what they tell to me. And when you see the police and also the security now, thank you, this guy who's staying outside this room, I have to be also be protected inside this place. We have to thank all those people. Why? Because they are standing in front of me. And if somebody will attack me, they will attack first this man and woman. And in this situation, I realized the sentence, I don't have to agree with you, but I will give my life that you can speak out your opinion. It takes place or is getting real. I'm sorry for my English. In this situation, this sentence makes sense. And therefore, I'm really, really every day thankful for living in Germany, being a European, living in Europe. So remember, we are living in a real democracy, not just a vote democracy or so-called democracy in some other countries. So thank you also for this award. Thank you for the nomination and the warm words and the associated appreciation of our European Citizen Initiative. Our goal is to bring European countries together in the fight against extremism, because we need common, unified solutions in the fight against extremism from left till the right, and including political Islam. Countries such like Turkey, Qatar, and Iran, as well as the Muslim Brotherhood, financing and spreading radical and anti-democratic Islam in Europe. We want to fight against extremism with a directive on a level on a legal level, knowing that laws alone are not enough. We have to act also in the society. Finally, I will talk about the case in Turkey of the Saudi Arabian journalist who disappeared in Turkey. Could be beginning of a new struggling, a new situation, what we have to talk about. Surely we do not know what really happened, and we will maybe never know what happened there. We should only ask the question, who is currently benefit from this case? It's always what I'm asking as a lawyer. Who's the winner? Europe is a peace project, as I said, and we should take care of it. It is in big danger. Why I'm saying that? I'm not a sick person who's just seeing the negative side. I'm working on the basics. I'm working as a lawyer with people who are victims of this extremism. We have to protect our peace project. And we should take care about it much more than some people did in the last past. And thank you again very much. And thank you again for all these projects, what I've seen today here. And finally, maybe we can say we have common values and we have something common, what many people said today. We have to try and let's act, let's do it to create a better world. Thank you.
Yes, many thanks. European Citizens Initiative, Stop Extremism. Congratulations. Also, I think it's a small and medium-sized enterprise which is really successful. Thank you so much for supporting European democracy. Stand up for democracy. That's our really important sentence. Thanks a lot. Let's make a picture to remember that here the start of an initiative will follow into a very nice and hopefully successful regulation.
Next week we will have a decision of the European Parliament where we ask the Commission, the External Action Service and the UN not to accept no more in the refugee camps where the UN and the EU is working school books that have a lot of hate speech for little children. We expect that we are producing our own books with our own values under international standards and teaching children peace.
Bravo, Monica. Thank you so much. Congratulations. It was the last, but not, I think, a prize which is given for a really important issue, which could get much bigger and greater again. Thank you so much. So, and now we come to the end of this evening. And you know, how do we say? The winner takes it all. You have chosen the number one, and you know, it's always good to be number one, not only in European election. Manfred Weber, you know. We have all together a target. Number one is important. Manfred, please come to the stage. And Ilio, we need you on stage. And at least also Ben Benson. We want to stay on your side, Manfred. We stay on your side, the SMEs, the community. We think that together we could be number one. Please.
Yeah, dear colleagues, Paul, thank you for the invitation to arrive here. And let me underline, I had one day today with meetings with our leaders, because you know the European Council is taking place in the same moment. And when I see the debates there of our big leaders of the European Union sitting together now, they are postponing again Brexit, they are postponing again the answers on migration. So I don't see really a lot of positive atmosphere when I sit there. And when I see the country, when I arrive here, and when I see the optimism and the positive forward-looking approach of our SME, it's great to be here. I don't want to compare both things together, but it's really great to be here. So it's really good. And please also allow me to underline that as a group leader, I'm really proud that we are the only group in the European Parliament who has an SME circle. So we do the job of representing the small, medium enterprises in the European Union on the European level. We are the lawyers, we are those who are defending the interests of the small, medium enterprises. And I want to thank all the colleagues who are working on this. So Paul, Bent, and all the friends who are working on this, thank you so much for this. And I don't know whether I have to open the prize. That is my job?
Yes, it's your job.
Great, great,
Just
great,
do your work.
great. That is exactly what an entrepreneur should tell everybody. So, and then the winner is, hey, with background music, Telacon Biotechnik GmbH.
Wow! Congratulations, wonderful, thank you. I ask now all members of Parliament to come to the stage. All members of European Parliament, please join us. Everybody looks to the red light here because we want to get rid of red light in the cities. Continuous driving is something which we want to have in the future. Continuous politics to serve the people, that's our job. And now I would ask all SMEs representatives also to come to the stage. Please, all the one who presented. Come on. We are a family.
Ja, danke.
You see the SME family. We are proud and happy to have you all on this evening. A wonderful and powerful evening. We look very positively into the future. And Mr. Gericke will come with the final words. It's important and we are enjoying this evening. Please.
Well, dear colleagues and dear ladies and gents, dear friends of SMEs, I think it is one thing we have to do. We can be small, but it's always good to think big. It's no matter of where you are and what you do. But if you seem to be small, it doesn't matter if you're able to think big. And this is a compliment to all the SMEs we met today, that I think they are always able to think big in their situation. And so I would like to thank Horst Heitz and his team for supporting this great event, and especially also Horst Heitz's wife to compliment that you carry it along. Every important man always has a powerful woman behind him, and I know that you only had 5 hours, in the last weeks you only had 5 hours of sleep, but how do the Portuguese say, you have to sleep faster to catch up the sleep you need.
Bravo!
So you can be small, but think big. And congratulations to all you who took the achievement, who took the aim to not know where the goal will be, whether you can achieve the goal or not, but you just start walking. And I think every one of you has won a great prize. And of course, there can only be one winner here, but I hope that all of you can go home and feel like winners. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you so much. And now the SME team, please come here, sit in front of us. We want to have a picture from the whole family. I think it's a great evening. We thank everybody. We see it's wonderful. And tomorrow we will see how we achieve on social media, in the media. And we wish you all a lot of good orders. We need profit and gaining a good future. So all the best. And please tell us who will get the first order out of this audience, because making business is something which helps us to be social, to have support for our culture, and at least the big picture. And now we need a strong music to say goodbye. The winner takes it all. Thank you.